What's up, guys? Auto Fanatics. So as the video title states, the BMW G80 is about to go bye-bye. I am selling the car. So just going to tell you a couple of reasons why I'm doing it, and also so you guys can understand it. But like I said, I posted it in the first few videos as far as how I ended up with this car. This was not a car that I desired. This was not a car that I was seeking out. This is not a car that I was planning on buying. It just happened to be the only high-performance sedan that was available so I could get rid of my broken Alfa Romeo Giulia that particular day, that particular time. I didn't have to wait, I didn't have to order it. I was actually trying to get a 2022 black QV that was on hold, and it was pushed back month after month after month. It was supposed to be in the United States in September of 2022. That never happened. The dealership ended up going out of business. The allocation got somewhere else, and that was actually probably the same exact car that turned out to be a 23 that I test drove on the channel a couple of weeks ago. So this is not a bad car. This is actually a very, very great car. And I think the problem that I have with it, it's a little bit too good in the engineering. It's a little bit too good at certain things, and there's not enough emotion and there's not enough character in the car. Listen, it drives great. It's fast as hell, handles good, rides good. The looks, I still don't like the looks of the car. Even though I got probably one of the coolest specs you could get, the Island Man green with the Kalahari orange is the reason why I bought the car as well. I just thought when I saw it, it caught my attention. I love it. I still don't like the front of the car. Another thing of the design that I can't stand is these like elliptical shapes where the door handles are. When you look at the car, it just doesn't look right. I just think BMW has lost their way a long, long time ago. Also, I really don't like the vents, the fake vents on the side of the car. It's just another afterthought that I just don't like about the car. So another thing too, so I go to a lot of car events with a lot of my clients and people that aren't even my clients, and I can't even tell you how many times that I park this car and it's all clean and detailed and looking good, and people say, oh, it's an ugly piece of shit, or it's just ugly, I can't get over the front end, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. So it's just kind of like constantly influencing my decision that I'm not emotionally connected to it. I never really was. I just thought it was gonna be something cool and new and different to try out, do some content for you guys. I did a bunch of drive videos, detailing videos, mod videos. I did a lot of mods to the car. Now it's time to move on because I just can't stand getting in and out of it. Number one reason I'm gonna tell you guys right now, and I did a video specifically on the carbon bucket seats, but this is the number one reason why I'm selling the car. I cannot stand getting in and out of these seats all day, every day. I'm hurting myself getting in and out. This is really uncomfortable when you're shifting in traffic. And it's just not a good seat for me and my body frame. And actually, I'm tall and thin, but it's just not a good seat, and it's really, I can't stand it anymore. So I have seats that are uncomfortable. It's a pain in the ass to get in and out of this car all day, and I'm in and out of the car, 10, 15 times a day because I'm all over the place. And then the transmission. That's another issue that I can't stand about the car. I did all the mods to it, the short shift kit, the CDV delete, all of that. No matter what I do, this car does not feel like a Tremec, whether it's a Blackwing or a Camaro or a Shelby. It doesn't feel like that. It does not feel like a Porsche GT car. So that is another major driving factor that I'd rather not have a manual transmission if it's not a good manual transmission. So like I can't even emphasize, if you have a manual transmission and it's not a good manual, it sucks. It just does. It feels notchy. It's hard to get into gear. When you're trying to really shift the gears fast, you kind of miss third. It just doesn't have a good feel no matter what I did. There's no longer any more mods I can do to it. It's the design of the linkage system as it connects to the transmission. That's really what it is. BMW's had the same architecture of the manual for, God, over 30 years, and BMW always had rubbery, vague, notchy type shifters. So that's it. So I thought it was cool to have a manual again for a daily, and yeah, it was fun. It wore off quick because it's just not a good manual. This does not feel like a GT350. This does not feel like an older Corvette C7. It does not feel like a Camaro. It does not feel like a Shelby or a Mustang. It just doesn't. Another thing too that it's just driving me crazy ever since I own the car is the screen. I don't love the aesthetics of it. I just think it bothers me. I don't like it. I don't like the LCD gauges. I don't like all the dust that collects on it. I don't like all the dust that collects in the here. And another thing too, I don't know if anybody that's had this car has noticed it, but the smell of the interior, you know when you buy a new car and it has like a new car smell, or if you have a nice interior, you can smell the leather? This car doesn't smell like that. This car smells like some sort of thermoplastic that is outgassing constantly, and it has a funky smell. Nobody's ever in the car. There's never food carried in, nothing like that. No takeout, no coffee, no smoking. This car is absolutely mint. Whoever's going to buy this car is going to get one hell of a car, because this car is practically brand new. It is brand new, and there's absolutely no wear and tear on it the way I take care of it. But yeah, so a couple of those things, you know, combined with I'm not really enjoying driving it because I'm not comfortable in the seats. I don't like the gearbox. I'm still not a fan, and I'm still not very accepting of the looks. I think it's time to move on. 9 months in, I'd rather do the situation of trading this car in and selling it right now before the market takes a dip and then I lose too much money on depreciation. Right now, I'm getting a huge amount of money for this car, so I'm not really losing anything. And for me to get another car, it's kind of like an even swap. So if you guys follow my Instagram or my YouTube community feed, I'm looking at a couple of cars now. I have not made my final decision, but there is a buyer that's already set up on this car. That's already set up. This car is most likely going to be on the West Coast. You'll probably see it there probably in a couple of weeks. But I got to put the car back to stock. So the Vorsteiner grill, that's coming off. The complete REMUS exhaust is coming off. The steering wheel's coming off. The carbon fiber back here is coming off. So everything that I've done videos on the AutoFanatic channel is going to come off this car, and it's going to be for sale. So if anybody that watches this video and wants some of the best parts that are on this car for a freaking really good deal, please contact me through the AutoFanatic website. I'll post the email directly to me in the video description below. I'll sell you guys, like I said, the full REMUS Race exhaust, Carbotech brake pads, Vorsteiner grill. We got the carbon fiber rear arches, Alcantara steering wheel, the short shift kit, race chip. I got a race chip GTS black. I got the Sprint, those really expensive air filters. And other than that, so that's pretty much it. So I don't know what I'm looking at now. So if you guys follow me, I've been looking at the Cadillac CT4V Blackwing with a manual. That's a real manual. That's not a rubbery, notchy manual. You don't have to do any short shift kit to that. And I'm also looking at another Giulia Quadrifoglio, Sparco seats, carbon fiber roof in red. So now here's the situation. I posted that video when I did the test drive a couple of weeks ago. The dealership that I buy cars from in Ohio, Strongville, Alfa Romeo Strongville, give them a shout out. They had an Alfa Rosso in the spec that I wanted. It was like identical to my 21, except it had the exposed carbon roof. I dragged my feet. I just wasn't sure. I had other stuff going on with business, and I got consumed, and unfortunately that car got sold. So it took me a while to find two new cars that are going to pique my interest, because I want to do this soon. I want to do this by September. And I found one Cadillac. It's an IMSA edition Road Atlanta, which is really cool. And I also found the Giulia Quadrifoglio in Rosa Etna, which I think is a really cool color as well. Red calipers, exposed roof, Sparco seats. It's kind of like the spec that I would do. So we'll see what happens as far as which car I choose, but I just thrown this video out there that the G80 is going bye-bye. Probably not going to create much more content on it on the channel. Maybe you'll see the video when the car gets picked up by a trailer in the next week or two. But I just want to throw the video out there that anybody that is a G80 owner, if you guys want any of the parts that are on this car, please contact me direct. Because like I said, dealing with like Facebook Marketplace and all this stuff, people just waste your time. And I'd rather just deal with customers or people that watch the channel that are serious and they want a good deal on parts that I'm going to sell you guys. So like I said, we got Carbotech brake pads front and rear, the full REMUS exhaust. We got the carbon fiber rear arches over there. We got, what do we got in the interior? We got the custom Alcantara steering wheel that I made. We got the shift knob, the full short shift kit with the new brace. Everything else is pretty much stock. And we got the race chip GTS black. We got the Sprint filters, those expensive ones I did a video on. I'm not going to sell this. This is going to go with the car because I cracked it up so many times. I'm just not wasting my time taking it off. Also, whoever gets this car is also going to get one of the best Expel PPF jobs you're going to get on a G80. Like the home nose is covered, the rockers are covered up into the arches, into the rear bumper. And it definitely preserved the car significantly. And that's why I'm getting really good money for this car on a trade, is because of the condition, the low miles, the color spec, and the seats and the manual. People are like, oh yeah, we're gonna give you more money for the seats and the manual. I'm like, take it, get this car out of my life. I can't stand the seats or the transmission. So just a quick video, I'll keep you guys in tune as far as what's going on. As soon as I get a new car on the channel, of course you guys are gonna know about it. I'll video the delivery, and then we'll start some new content. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content. I'll see you guys soon. And remember, any G80 owners or even the G82 owners, you guys want any of the good stuff that's on this car, contact me and I'll give you guys a killer deal. We'll get the stuff shipped out in about a week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.